Welcome to the Second Season Podcast, a podcast for athletes, entrepreneurs, and families chasing legacy. I'm Mason.
And I'm Danny.
And today we are excited to host our first guest, Mr. Keegan Aiken, pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, family man, outdoorsman. Keegan, thank you, bro, so much for
no problem. Thank you guys for having me.
It's great to have you, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And looking forward to this.
We know how valuable your time is, bro. But in the time that I've gotten to know you, and I know how valuable this is going to be for the people who are listening, us here with you, and I'm super pumped about this, bro.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we got some good questions, dude. To get the insights of a pro athlete is really cool. Mm-hmm. And I've said this a lot on this platform, but like you being a pro athlete, to me, now that I've gotten a chance to know you, is like the second, third coolest thing that you got going on, right? And I genuinely mean that, like the family man that you are, because that's what a lot of people on this platform not only are balancing business and performing at an elite level, like they're striving for that too, right? Mm-hmm. So again, why did you on here? Because you obviously know what it takes, right, to be elite and perform at a high level. But there's an alignment there that I think a lot of people will resonate with.
100%.
Yeah, which is why I'm pumped. So my first question for you is, did you always think or know that you were going to be a pro athlete?
No, not in my wildest dreams, really. You got three boys dressing up as football players, soccer players, dreams at 5-6 years old on Halloween, right? Like, oh, I'm going to be a Lions player this year, or I'm going to be a baseball player this year, which I went through that stage, like, hey, I'm going to be a football player, I want to play pro baseball one day, or this or that. And at the time, it's like, you're just having fun, right? You're 5, 6, you don't know any better. You just want to be...
You're just a kid.
You're watching TV, and you see your favorite Lions player or your favorite Tigers player, and it's like, oh my gosh, I want to be that guy, right? No, I don't think I was going to be here ever, really.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
That's crazy. Man. Were you a big Tigers fan growing up?
Yeah.
Now they're playing for the Orioles, like...
Ironic enough, in 2014, I was at the Tigers, Orioles, I think it was ALDS game, when the Orioles eliminated the Tigers.
Okay.
I was 5 rows behind the Tigers dugout with my uncle. And then fast forward, like 7 years later, I'm playing with the Orioles. So I was like,
that's insane.
That's crazy.
That's insane. And for everybody listening and us now, we have a reason to cheer for the Orioles.
Yeah. I don't know if orange looks good on me, but I will wear it.
Well, hey, man, I don't know anything about the Orioles, but didn't outside of, I used to collect New Era hats, baseball caps when I was a kid, and I had like the retro, which you guys actually wore in the game a couple times. So sick as a kid.
We're actually going back to that, I think. I guess we're trying to like rebrand and bring that back.
Oh, that's fun.
That's my favorite. That was my favorite.
It's so cool, man.
Yeah.
So I'm all about it.
That's so cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So,
all right, we got some more questions. We got some good questions.
Second question I got here is there anything in your childhood that sticks out that you think made a big difference? Like a really big difference for where you are today?
Other than like your typical dad, mom pushing you, driving you around the state, the Midwest, playing baseball. I would just say more on the baseball side of things, I think this can relate to a lot of things, so it's consistency. I had the same pitching coach from as far as I can remember, like at 5 or 6 years old, I was doing pitching lessons with a guy out of Mount Pleasant. And I had gone to him until I was 3 years into pro ball, I think. So I was 5 years old to probably like 23-ish. So that long period of time, I had the same guy helping me, teaching me my mechanics from the pitching side of things. And I feel like that consistency is just what has made, I guess, my mechanics kind of got me this far.
Biggest difference.
And obviously, like dad pushing me and making me play up in levels and stuff like. And that's, I guess, what I'd say to the kids is like, if you think you're good, go play at the next level up, or go play. Obviously, I understand people don't have the money to travel all over the Midwest,
sure.
But like, go play better competition. And that was kind of like our thing. Like, you want to be the best player at the 10 under grade, or you want to go be the 10-year-old playing with the 12-year-olds and be the best kid in the 12-year-old class. And then when it got to that point, it was like, okay, now let's go be the best baseball player in Michigan. And then when I got to that point, it's like, it's just Michigan. Let's go be the best baseball player in the Midwest. Like, right?
Yeah.
Like, things like that. It's kind of like how we saw it.
So you got your pitching coach, right? 5, 6 years old, using him. 3 years into playing in the league. What is your? I guess talk about your story. Where'd you go to school? Like, you grew up in Michigan.
Yep.
Talk about the different steps you had to take to get to where you're at now. What does that
So,
look like?
born and raised in Michigan, small little town. Sumner was the name of it. I think it was considered a village, to be honest with you. it's farm country.
Okay.
So obviously played high school ball. I was good, but I wasn't elite, right? Like, it was not like you come watch like, oh my gosh, that kid shouldn't even be on
He's
the
a
field
man.
with these kids, right? Yeah, it wasn't even to that.
And that goes back to you playing because you love the game.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you were having fun at
Yeah,
the time. Your
absolutely.
dad put you in, your parents were pushing you.
All my boys played baseball. All my boys played football. Like, I just want to go be with the boys, right? Like,
Yeah,
go
for sure.
have fun. So go to high school. My senior year, I think, or no, junior year. I started getting some like things in the mail for camps. I'm like, all right, like, I don't know what this is. Like, Dad, what is this, right? So he's telling me, he's like, all right, they want camps. I was like, okay, well, we're not gonna go pay $300 every weekend to go showcase or go like drive to Ann Arbor, drive to Lansing, drive to Kalamazoo, like things like that. It's like, before you know it, you're thousands of dollars deep, right? Like,
Sure.
my dad's like, if you're good enough, they're gonna find you. I was like, okay, well, I guess whatever that means. Like, I don't know. I'm 16 years old, right?
Yeah, you're just trying to throw.
I'm having fun. Like, I'm playing baseball. I don't know any better. Like, I don't know if I'm good enough to go to college. I don't know what the next steps are. So finally had some coaches start reaching out to my dad. Again, who knows, right? If you're good enough, they'll find you. Is kind of what is my mindset. And then started doing some visits. I'm like, wow, like, okay, like, guess I could go play college baseball. Like, do I want to do it, right? Like, at the time, I mean, I still have a problem with the outdoors. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But at the time, I'm like, gosh, I love hunting. I love fishing too much. Like, I like being on the boats and like hanging out with my family in the summer at the lake house. It's like, gosh, I really want to like
Give it up.
make it a job, right?
Right,
Like, essentially, you're going to college. Like, you're getting paid.
Huge
Danny knows, like, you're going to college, but you're getting paid. Like, that scholarship money is
Sure.
it's a job.
And they're gonna work
going
you.
to a job at that point for sure.
Huge.
So, anyways, fast forward a little bit, got a couple offers, and just decided like Western Michigan was best for me.
Go Broncos, baby.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go.
That's amazing.
Shout out my Broncos.
Went down there, knew I was going to have an opportunity right away as a freshman to pitch. So I was like, for me to get better, I have to go play, right? I can't take a year off. Like, I can't sit on the side and pitch like only a couple innings. I got to go compete every weekend or every week and get better, or else you lose your product, right?
Yep.
You don't go shoot hoops for a year.
You're rusty.
You're probably gonna be a little rusty.
Yeah.
Same thing with baseball. So, I knew it was a good fit. I loved it down there. Spent 3 years there, and then I started hearing draft talks. I was like, oh gosh, draft talks. Like, what's if college ball's 3 days a week, 4 days a week,
Yeah.
right? Like pro ball's like 140 to 160 games a year. Like, oh my gosh, okay. I was like, yeah, obviously I want to do it. Who doesn't? At that point, it's like, who doesn't want to
For sure.
Yeah, you've been doing it your whole life.
That's all I know, really. I mean, honestly, that's all I know. I've never had a job in my life.
And you're thinking of your everything your parents poured into you. Your career.
Hours, countless hours.
Dude, the sacrifice.
I remember Dad taking me 3 hours this way, and my sister was 16 months younger, and she's with Mom. They're on the other side of the state, or in Ohio, Indiana, somewhere. It's like, hey, how's Keegan doing? Or hey, how's Kerrigan doing? My sister, like, I don't remember both my parents being there every weekend. Like, we had to make sacrifices. Like,
Because they're
three
spread so
boys,
thin.
you guys are probably spread out, running
100%.
all over the state. You're gonna find out one day.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
I'm not there yet. I got 2 kids, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
But like, this the countless hours in hotels, like leaving Thursday afternoon. All right, we got to go to a travel tournament this weekend in high school, like things like that. Just now that I'm older and I can see it, there's just a lot of sacrifices made. But at the time, you're naive, right? Like, you're 16, 17, having fun. Like,
Bro.
It's never that serious.
no, it's not.
But you just said something so like deep and important, and that is like, when you just explain that, it makes me know why you strive to be a really good dad. Because I know that you had great parents as well, right?
For sure.
Or no, I had great parents, and you don't realize it until you're the parent, and then
Absolutely.
it makes you not only want to be the best parent ever, right? It's like this, you're still going in life to make your mom and dad proud, And it's not because they're not proud, but it's because you realize how much sacrifice they gave you, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
So you know,
absolutely.
You
I
want
don't
them,
even want to know the dollar amount. And that was 10 years ago. I don't even want to know
Bro,
the cost. I don't even
Dude,
want to know the cost now.
some of these, not to like get off track, but it's like some of these AAU teams, like I don't care if it's baseball or football or soccer or basketball, dude. Like some of these families, they're forking out like tons of
Thousands
thousands to do. It's way more of a business now than I think. Even when I was a kid, but probably even when you guys were in the AAU league, like it wasn't nearly as serious as it is now.
It's absolutely insane. We were at the hoop run, and Justin Bascom, my guy, both of his now granted, both of his kids are going D1. Right? He sacrificed a lot. Both of his kids are going D1. We're hooping on a Monday, and he's like, "Hey, did the kids play over the weekend?" I'm like, "Yeah, we were at like somewhere in Grand Rapids."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, we were in Atlanta last night playing. I drove through the night, and now I'm here." I'm like, "Bro."
See, that's too much.
It is, bro. It's insane.
Bro, like, parents used to buy like the 8-pack of Gatorades and like a couple bananas, orange slices,
Right.
throw them in the back seat like we're going to Ohio.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just what you did.
You burn kids out that day. In my opinion,
do.
like
100%.
You burn kids out, and then one, they quit on you, and they don't give the effort, or two, like they just quit in general.
You think you got?
They're done. They go somewhere.
So you never got burned out? Because I won't lie. Like I don't know. Mason knows this. Like I graduated in 22 from hooping. Like played basketball my entire life. Dude, I took a big break, and I still haven't. I don't know if it's because I just want to spend more time like playing golf or going to the beach or doing other things I couldn't do. But like I don't know. I got burned out for sure.
Oh yeah.
And you still hooping though?
Well, it's because I didn't hoop for 8 years.
Yeah.
8 knee surgeries. I think every college athlete has been in that one when Keegan was saying, "Oh, you understand what the commitment is to be an elite high school athlete. You know the commitment that's much deeper on the college level."
Yeah.
And then he's going through his mind of it's going to be that much deeper, right? So like I feel like everybody in college kind of has that.
Yeah,
And
well-
then, it's like, okay, what's next? But
Yeah.
when you love the game, like I do, right?
Yeah.
I'm 34, it never leaves you.
Yeah.
It never leaves
So
you.
you never got burned out?
I don't want to say like completely burnt out. Like there's definitely times I wanted to like take a break from it.
Yeah,
And I guess
sure.
that's like the good thing about baseball is like you can get it. Like in high school, I played football, so like baseball was done in August, end of August. At that time, like it's like all right, there's no break. Like you're getting excited for football, right?
Yeah.
It's a completely different scenery. But now, I guess in today's world, and even through college, like I knew there was a break. I guess at some point coming up in the fall, and our break in college was fall ball, which at that point I was like hit my innings limit. I was burnt up, so that was like my rest period. Like
Yeah, you were coach.
I was just kind of living the college, like back to college. I played summer ball for the last 3 months before that. Somewhere they put you in teams like all over the country. So like I was in Southern Ohio one summer, came back to college, played that season, and the following year I was on the East Coast.
Okay.
So they kind of like ship you all over the country, host families, things like that through college. Just get you extra innings, get you that, I guess, that publicity, right?
Yeah.
Like we didn't really have internet
be
wasn't
seen.
that big.
Yeah.
It was a little different back then.
Still wasn't that big. Like,
Yeah.
I feel weird saying that, but like we use the internet, but it's not like today. Like you can scout and find kids
crazy.
in minutes on the internet.
It's insane. And young kids. It's like, bro, growing up playing sports, like, bro, there's like 7, 8-year-olds
Yeah.
that have like highlight tapes,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
It's literally insane.
That was like just kind of becoming a thing. I feel like when I was going through it.
So when you were finishing up at Western, 3 years at Western, they're talking about draft talks.
Yes.
What did that look like? What were you thinking?
At that point, like you're excited, right? You're like, holy cow, I'm about to be a professional athlete, or there's a chance I could be a professional athlete.
that's
go
crazy.
do it on the big level, right?
Yeah.
But I knew at the end of the day, like baseball is probably one of the harder ones to make it. Football, you get drafted, right? Like you're going probably right to the league, especially if you're like a top 3, top
Right.
5 rounder. I don't really know how basketball works. I know they got G leagues and some
Right.
and some like minor league levels like that. But
Yeah.
like, baseball is the one sport you can be the top pick in the whole country that year, and you are going to play minor league baseball. I hate to tell you, whoever you are, you're going to play minor league baseball at some point, and a lot of that is like there's I think 5 levels now in the minor leagues, and it goes by A. It's like low A, high A, double A, triple A, big leagues, and then we have like we call it the Gulf Coast of your Florida League. It's like short season. It's only like 50 games. You stay in Florida all year, so. Get drafted spring of 16. We had like a little party at the house. Like my now wife was there, my family, a few of my buddies. Like get the phone calls like, hey, this is the Orioles, blah blah blah. We're taking you in the second round.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm like, awesome. Okay, hang up. Like, I'm trying not to like scream and yell.
I'm about to scream and
trying to still be professional. So get drafted, and it's like, all right, like, I don't want to use an analogy of like going to boot camp because I've never been, and it's not that serious. But it was like, all right, like, get off the phone. Next day, agent calls me, hey, pack your stuff. Like, you're going. You're gone. You're gonna be gone for like 4 months. Like, whoa, okay. Like,
here we go.
We're on a plane, and like 6 days later, show up to Florida, 70 to 100 new faces, and I'm just like, all right, we're in it. Like, this is it. Like, I don't know anybody. Like, I'm on an island right now. Like, here we go. Like, 21-year-old kid
by yourself.
Yeah, threw him a chunk of money. Says, let's go. You got like fed to the fish, really. Like, mom and dad are over there secretly like, yes, we don't have to pay for his bills anymore. Exactly. They're like, oh, he's off our phone bill. He's off our car insurance. Like, figure it out.
Call Verizon.
I don't want to say I got fed to the wolves, but it was like, they helped me. They were really good about it in the transition. But it's like, all right. All of a sudden, like a flip of a switch, like 21, you're on your own. Figure it out. Which today, I can't say I don't regret any of it. Like, I feel like I'm probably ahead of most people my age when it comes time to like bills and trying to figure out like how to manage life. Like,
sure.
Really, because like, I mean, at all of a sudden at 21, it's like I took on 10 new responsibilities, right? Like, all right, like, that's it. You can live here, but because I'm not kicking you out. I understand you're gone 9 months out of the year.
Yeah.
But like, you got to think, you're 21, like, what are you going to do with your life? Like, where are you going to live? Where are you going to train? All this stuff. Like, a lot happened.
You got to pay for utilities.
Exactly. Exactly. A lot happened fast. Let's just put it that way.
Sure.
So I go play that season, and it was short. I think I got drafted in like June. So it was like July, August, September, like 3 months. And then I came home to enjoy my first like downtime, I guess, off season, right? Mm-hmm. So that was like the most weird thing for me. It's like, all right, like, it's rest. There's like no throwing, really no working out. My wife at the time was my girlfriend, still in college, so she's going back for her senior year to get her nursing degree, and I was like, what am I doing in my life? What? Like, it's weird. Like, I had no structure, I guess, but I had zero structure. Like, I was
from a boot camp philosophy of life, your whole life,
absolutely,
to like, okay, you have a little bit of downtime here.
Yeah, from 6 a.m. 3 days a week at workouts at Western. And like structure, like workouts at 6 a.m., classes from 8 to 2, practice 2 to 5, and then if you had a class after, and then I don't know if you found out what study tables were, but I wasn't much of a scholar, so I was in study tables for a few years. Okay. I was logging hours like at the study hall having to do study tables. So like my day from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night is booked. It's written out for me. Like, it's your butt better be here at this time.
Yeah.
Better be here at this time. Like, I didn't know what to do with my life. Like, I was a free man.
People always told you. Yeah, people always told you in college like what you had to do.
Exactly. And I feel like most people have the freedom to kind of like, you get to college, you're like, gosh, like 19-year-old kid just doing whatever he wants on campus. Like, no, for me, the structure was so strong. From, I mean, like I said, 6 a.m. I don't know what time you guys had workouts, but it was like we were early. We got screwed out of that. We were 6 a.m. in the gym.
Who's your strength coach? Did you work with Tim?
Nope, we didn't have Tim. His name was Kyle. Okay. So we were at the football facilities.
Okay. So that's why. Okay.
Yeah, but I knew who Tim was.
We had Tim Herman, man.
Yeah, I knew who Tim was.
Shout out to Tim, man. He was the man.
Yeah. Bro, that structure sticks with you today. Like, when I'm, I go to the gym super early, I'm pulling back in at 6 a.m. So are you, right? So it's like you figured it out, right, along that. And that was probably some look in the mirror moments of like, discipline, how you're going to structure it. Because as a kid, I'm sure you just want to be like, holy cow, what's going on?
Yeah,
I'm going to chill, right? How hard are these? How hard are these people like to really make it right big? Like, how hard? Like, when it comes to training, everyone trains different for their craft.
Absolutely,
right? But like, was there a level where you like turned that up when you were in the league? That like you were like, okay.
Yeah,
I'm taking this.
Unfortunately, it had to be by trial and error.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's no better way to learn. Like, everyone's different. Like, I can't tell you how to go train for basketball. You can't tell me to train for baseball. Vice versa. In any world, really. Like, you're gonna do things your own way. Like, there's more than one way to do things. So it's like, I learned. At one point, like, I had my own facility. I built like a barn basically in my dad's backyard, and I put like a pitching mound in it.
So sick.
I had a pitching mound in it. I had a batting cage in it. I had a little weight room on the end of it. Like, I thought I was like hot shot. I'm living at dad's house. Like, I get to go out my back door and go hunting. I can go fishing wherever I want. And then I started realizing, like, I'm not using that as much as I should be. Like I'll bet I got a little lazy, got a little out, 21, all my boys were starting to get out of college.
100%,
Like,
bro.
you're doing it at 21, like you just want to go have fun with the boys. Like the last thing, I'm like, by the time November came, I'm like, mid-November, thinking like, God, like I probably should be training right now, like getting into it, So I used that for a couple years, and now it just has turned into a storage unit for like my boat, my toys, really, side by side my boat, things like that. At the time, it served its purpose, but now I'm so much more structured. Once we moved over here in 2020, I think is when we purchased our house. I'd lived in Grand Rapids with my wife. She had an apartment.
Okay.
Moved out of that, bought a house in Cedar.
Cool.
Lived there for 2 years. We outgrew it. Wanted to start with kids, so we moved to Rockford and right next door. So we're here. We've been here for 5 years in this area. In the structure, again, it comes back to structure, right? And having a timeline and just being responsible, I guess. And it's I get my butt kicked every day for like 2 hours.
That's amazing.
With a guy who owned a facility, and he downsized. Actually, his elite baseball and softball on the south side of Grand Rapids. Downsized again. He just wanted to spend time with his kids and family. So he's like, dude, I was working more at the facility than I wanted to. So he downsized and just does it kind of on his own. And I was lucky enough to take him on, and it's all of 5 miles from here. So I don't have an excuse now, right? So we're locked in, and it's been great.
When you were just getting started, right? You were trying to build your structure, and you were chatting with guys in the locker room. Did you like looking up to vets, people who've been in the league? Like, was there anyone who really rubbed off on you, or that like a light clicked about how they structure their day, like how you knew you needed to be? Is there anyone you really looked up to?
No,
I know it's different.
I was kind of baseball was a little different, and we were in that. I was kind of coming up when we were in our rebuild process with the Orioles, so there was a lot of new faces and a lot of young guys kind of coming up to the system together. So it was like feast or famine. Like,
they were gonna figure this out.
You better it was more so figuring it out together or figuring it out yourself. And then it's like, okay, well, what works for me probably doesn't work for 20 of you guys, but you know what? Like, I found it works, so I'm gonna stick with it. And they have structure. Like, we have strength coaches and stuff to like kind of put some stuff together and give you a little bit of structure, but a lot of us could change that and go off of it. Because at the end of the day, it's like it's a marathon. I think to the point now where we're 162 games in a big league season in 182 days. So we get 20 off days.
Insane.
We get 20 off days. 4 of those are usually like the second week of July, and that's the All-Star break. If you're not in the All-Star game, you get 4 days off. A lot of guys go on vacation. I come home. I just want to be in my house for a couple of days. It sucks. I'm home for like 48 to 60 hours, somewhere in that window. But it's just like a break. Come home, get out of the heat. Like it's just different on the East Coast.
You've been with the Orioles for how many years?
Since 2016.
That's insane,
dude. So 10 years.
I went to the minor leagues for 4. So 16 I guess that counted as your first year. It was only a couple months, but 16, 17, 18, 19, I was on the minor leagues working my way up through those levels like I was telling you about earlier. And then in 20, I debuted in COVID.
Fire.
And that was really weird because like we're playing in empty stadiums, dude. Like,
just
nobody. Like I was a starting pitcher at the time, so like I would start, and then that was like my day. Well, right? You see the starting pitchers and the players that aren't playing in the dugout. No, I was in the stands under like one of those sun awning canopy things. And like we had to be like socially distanced. Like I'm sitting in the stands that 40,000 fans are supposed to be sitting in watching my teammates play. It was the weirdest thing ever. It was
crazy.
It was
wild.
I can't even explain it. It was so weird.
Dude, I remember seeing you on like one of your 48-hour breaks one time. And your son had just been born, and you're like, he had been on Alive for like 30 days, and I'm like 16 flights or something crazy.
I don't even know what they're at now. He's like, I don't know, he's got to be pushing like 60, 70 flights, but under 2 that we're going to pay, so we're like, we're going to abuse this.
Bro, he's traveling to see his hero, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Dude, that's awesome.
All right, cool, we're going to keep rolling. We got that was some really awesome stuff, dude. Awesome stuff. I got a good one here. It says, and me and you, this is actually like how we became friends on another level, is talking of what are you doing right now to prepare for your second season, right?
Yeah,
life
absolutely.
after the MLB. And I admire what you're doing, bro, and how you already hit, like, you've been thinking like this. You've had to think like an adult for over 10 years quick.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So what are you doing right now, to prepare for this next phase?
That was, we're still kind of like in the thinking process, really. Like, I know you and I sat down about real estate. It's definitely really intriguing to me. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah, right, for sure.
You only know what you know.
Yeah.
And no one in my family had really kind of been into it growing up. I hadn't really been exposed to it. But then, like, the more research, the more things I started looking at, it's like, seeing all these wealthy people, it's like, guess what they have in their portfolio? Real estate.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, there's real estate in and out of their hands, or in their hands for most of their career. So I was just still am, I guess, trying to figure out how to diversify myself. Obviously, I was fortunate. At 21, I got a pretty good chunk of money. So it's like, investing. What's investing? I don't. At 21, it's like,
Right.
Yeah, did you hire a financial advisor? Like,
Yeah, oh yeah, right off
I was gonna ask,
yeah.
did anyone like help? Is it like through your agent, or is it through the actual organization?
This guy actually kind of had reached out to me,
Okay.
and I interviewed several.
Sure.
And I don't know, my whole family's word. Don't put that stuff with family. I think everybody does that, right? Your family or friends. So like, I found a guy in Indianapolis who was 6 hours away. Never met him before. Had several meetings. Guy drove up 5 hours like the next day to have a meeting with me in Kalamazoo, and I was like, okay, right there that's professional. Like,
Yes.
that we're already off to a really good start.
That's amazing.
And I really liked it. I'm still with him to this day. 10 years down the road,
Wow.
he's done me great. Super.
So you just said something really powerful. Right off rip, he's thinking like this. Like,
Yeah.
some people could probably be like,
first impression.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
100%. And you're being mature, knowing that I'm going to be smart with this, whereas not everybody thinks like that, where they're going crazy, right? With that first big pay.
I could tell you stories.
Right, sir. I probably got some teammates, I'm sure, that have done some stuff.
Yeah, nothing like, nobody really close to me, but like, things spread, like, guys talking the system and things like that. Like, I can tell you some, like, just funny stories, and it's just like, you can't help it. Like, you're giving 18-year-old kids and 21-year-old kids like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of these kids are getting millions of dollars, right? And it's just like, they don't know what to do with it.
Did you buy a nice boat?
I bought a nice truck.
Okay.
I spoiled myself. I went and bought a brand new truck.
Deserve it.
Exactly. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna buy one purchase. I'm gonna put the rest of it away. And I think everybody agreed with me on that. Like, nobody in my family was like, no, that's dumb. Don't do that. Like, even my family was like, you know what? Like, yeah, you've earned it. Like, go get yourself a nice vehicle. Like, I had a 02 Silverado or 180, 200,000 miles. Like, it got me around. It wasn't in great shape, but it was. I've seen worse. Like, so I was like, I'm gonna spoil myself, get myself a nice ride. So I went out and got a Denali, like a GMC Denali, just 1500 at the time.
Perfect.
And that was it. I put it on the bank and started pocketing it after that.
So before I knew you, just say on that truck, like, before I knew what you did, when I saw your truck, I knew I liked you. Like, just something about a nice truck, right?
I had the big green one, I think.
Yeah, you did. It was sick. 2500 Army green. That was nasty.
I miss it, but it wasn't practical. Two kids in 2 car seats, lifting it up to your chin.
For sure.
Practical, unfortunately.
So you think for your second season, you think you'll take, like, I guess, I mean, working so hard early in your career to actually make money and put yourself in a financially stable, solid situation. Like, do you think you'll take a couple years off, hang out with the family, hang out with the kids, or like, do you think you'll jump? Like, do you have any?
No,
there's
definitely going to be something I jump into. I can't sit still. Have a problem. Like
that's good.
That's why you're elite,
most people.
Yeah.
Most people. Oh, today's not my day. I'm just gonna lay around the house. Like, no. If you ask my wife, it's like, she's like, tell me to take a break. I'm like, I get bored. Like, I don't know. Like, I make work to do. Like,
yeah.
I go out and we don't have much woods back there, but like, we feed the animals for the kids to watch. Like, if I get bored, I'm like, you know what? I'll go. Like, I built them a little squirrel feeder. I saw the corn sticking up off the tree. But like, I was like, give them something. Like, I get bored. I go out in the garage. I'll start cleaning the garage. Start organizing my stuff. It's like,
He's like working.
I don't like
just finding something to work on.
I don't like
being productive.
I don't want to say like I enjoy work, but like, I don't know. I grew like, we got bored, like, I'd go play outside and like work. Like, from when I was 3 years old, like, I had a little like electric truck thing you could drive around.
Yeah.
And my mom said that I would just naturally, without anybody asking me, my mom or my dad, I'd go out and start picking up sticks around the yard. Like, I'd rake the I'd get bored. My dad would mow the grass. Like in the country, just leave. You don't got to bag. You don't got to do that. Right? I'd go and start raking grass and like putting it in the truck and taking it to like a pot, like a compost pile, making my home. Like from a young age, I just wanted to be outside. I just wanted to work, which I think that's helped me get to where I'm at.
Oh, it has for sure.
I'm not even able to take years off when I'm done. Like I'm already like, my goal is 4 to 5 more years. If I can make it past that, like in baseball, gravy, right?
Yeah.
But I'm already kind of like, I gotta start setting myself up now to transition right into it easily.
You got like a deer camp or anything, like or like a hunting camp?
Don't get me started.
I was gonna say, give yourself some credit about the assets that you have. Like you've been smart and you have collected some real estate, right? You know, like setting yourself up, and it fuels the stuff that brings you peace, right?
Absolutely.
Too, with some land property, stuff like that.
And I think you hit it with like bring like my happy place. Like you gotta find something that makes you happy in life. And I don't know, I think that's why my wife and I do so well together. Like we have a lot of similarities, but like at the end of the day we have our own little things that make us happy, like by ourselves. And mine's hunting. Like I can spend hours or days in a tree away from people. My phone doesn't work. She hates it. She's like, "What are you doing?
Are you alive?
Are you safe?" Yeah, exactly. Like, are you safe?
Yeah.
Hers is shopping. You bring me to the mall. She wants to leave my rear end in the car or at home because it's like, I'm like, really? You need to look at like all this stuff?
Yeah.
Like I enjoy it. That's like her thing. Like I just came to the conclusion like, that's her thing. Like that's her hunting to me. So once I realized that, it made it a little easier. But hunting and like getting away and like, I don't know, that's my happy place.
You're gonna be 4 or 5 years down the road. You're gonna be putting in food plots yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, bro, it's
I already wish I was.
Yeah. Cutting shooting lanes.
Yeah, I already wish I was. I already wish I was.
Yeah.
Like I have my best friend. Thankfully, is doesn't have kids yet, so he's kind of my go-to man.
It's amazing.
And like we have stuff in Iowa and kind of all over the Midwest out there. So he has a lot of hours behind a steering wheel, putting the hours on for me because I just can't. Like, I would love to do it. Like that's what makes me happy is like the farming or the preparing. Like I feel like that's, I don't know, the older you get, that's what you find is rewarding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the preparing and the process of getting there is more rewarding than the result. I feel like sometimes of getting there, and that's to me. I'd rather spend the hours getting ready and doing the food plots and preparing for deer season. And if I don't end up getting one, it's like, all right, well, there's next year, but like I know I tried my best.
Yeah,
I like
you have fun doing it.
Yeah, I love that. That's like my happy thing. Like I love the process of like the preparing process for deer season.
Yeah.
So,
and that's just proof, like what you guys are talking about and what hunting means to you. It's just proof that like even the highest performers at the highest level, there is a mental health side of having some peace to yourself.
You won't
make recharge. Exactly.
For sure. You won't make it. Mentally, you will not make it if you're 24/7, 365, breathing, eating, sleeping, like in my case, baseball or another sport or what you do for your day job. Like, you got to take a break. Like, people tell you, no, you got to just go and to be successful. Like, yeah, you do. You got to have the motivation, but you got to be able to step back sometimes and enjoy like the finer things in life or like the things that make you happy.
Yeah.
Because it's mentally, you're just going to it's going to crush you.
Yeah.
It does.
That's such good advice.
Yeah.
That's such good advice.
Great advice. I've got a question here. So, and you've already kind of touched on it a little bit, like talking to just kids who are trying to better themselves in whatever sport. Like, what advice do you have for the younger generation? Like, is there anything?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say this goes with like any regrets that I have. I haven't got to that point in my life to reflect back on that because it hasn't been taken away from me yet. But and I kind of touched on it earlier when we were talking about it. Like, have fun. Like I didn't realize that at such a young age how again naive I was, and it was just like another day, or like you took it for granted, like, oh, another weekend of going to play baseball. Like, it was extremely fun, and at the end of the day, like, yeah, we're all competitors, we want to win, but like it's that point, like when your life and it turns into a job and you start struggling at your job because you're not going to be lights out at sports your whole life. Like, you guys know, you're going to go up and down this roller coaster. You got to figure out how to keep those emotions in the middle, but have fun, because I'm not saying where I'm at's not fun. It is. I'm at the highest level competing, like doing things that I never thought I would ever do, or parts of the country that I'd never probably go see without this industry. But like the fun aspect, I didn't realize how, as a little kid, like it was just like, it was fun. Like, I don't want to say it's not fun anymore, but enjoy it and have fun with it, because I look back on it and I'm like, God, like what I would do to like be 16 again with all my buddies, staying in a hotel room, or like we'd all get in a car, like somebody's like,
people packed in a Tahoe.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, for example, like I would say like one of my biggest memories was we played a summer ball tournament in Escanaba every year. So from here it was like 6-7 hours. We would get 12 passenger vans. It'd be like one parent and then like one or two parents in the front seat, and then we'd have like 9 of us deep in the back seat, just like nine boys. Like it turned like in 7-hour car ride. It turned into wrestling matches at some point. Like it was fun. Like, oh, we don't do that now. It's like it's a job. Like I don't want them to think, these people that listen to this, to think like, God, he doesn't have fun anymore, because like it is. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. Like this lifestyle's fun, but it's a job. At the end of the day, my livelihood relies on my performance, and no matter what you do in life, it's going to cause stress when your job relies, or your performance relies on your job. For sure. 100%. And in your future.
100%.
Yeah. And the fun. I would say have fun with it, and like cherish those moments as a young kid, because like I'm 30, I'm still doing it. It's still a child's game, but like I miss the kid feeling to it, like the little kid feeling to it, right? Like not a care in the world, like getting to travel on the weekends and hang out with the boys and go play ball, or like I don't know, but just have fun.
Dude, that's such good advice. And that, like, it brings you back to like when you think of like why was Christmas special as a kid, is because your parents made it special. And hearing you all day talk about like having fun, and your dad was right, bro, because they did find you, right? Like having fun, because you didn't stop having fun playing the sport at 7-8 years old, and that was the foundation of your journey. Like, bro, it worked. It worked. Loving the game, so that way it was worth it for the sacrifice you had to put into it, right? But like that fun time with your kids, and a lot of kids put so much pressure on themselves, and with AAU and travel and all of this stuff, right? Which is why like the golden principle of like what you're doing, the sports you're playing as kids, right? Like it's because you enjoy it, right? And it's like the same Christmas analogy with your parents. Shout out to your mom and dad, bro. Like they allowed you to be a high performer and still have fun. Like it's so powerful.
We didn't do all the, like we did travel ball, don't get me wrong. We spent countless hours and dollars on hotels, but like the kind of like what you just said, like you could get caught up in this the internet, I guess, is the one thing, and you see like you have to, as a basketball player, you gotta have this many points, or as a baseball player, you gotta have this many hits, or your batting average has to be this, or you gotta have so many sacks in football, or so many yards and as a running back. It's like, no, you don't. If you have fun with it and you just compete, at the end of the day, like your athletic ability and your preparation, I guess, to that point is what's going to get you there. Like you are what you are at the end of the day. Like, yeah, you can get better, you can train to get better and better yourself when it comes down to your craft, but like you're not going to go from a very low athlete to an extremely high athlete overnight, or just because your mom and dad paid for you to go play in this elite tournament. Like, it comes back to you and the work ethic and the competition, and like, to me, like the fun. Like if you're having fun, you're probably doing pretty well, right? You're probably performing well, like how you want to. But I feel like at that age, at such a young age, people, and that's kind of where like I want to better myself as a parent in today's world. It's like we're gonna get caught up in like how well my kid did today, right? But at the end of the day, like you can't go back and change your performance. Like if the kid's having fun, he's probably doing well. And they when I don't know, I feel like we get caught up in like, well, if I pay this much money or go to travel and put my kid in this sport here and this and that, he's not going to be good. Like it's not going to make him better. You can still get really good at home on a $0 budget. And that's kind of like that's a great answer. That's a whole nother story with that kind of stuff.
Powerful.
So I do have a question. I do have another question for you. Since it's the beginning of the year, 2026, and I don't know, you see people on social media posting about goals and things they want to achieve and having great 2025s, and they want to expand their business or get better as a baseball player. How do pros look at setting goals for themselves? Is this a short-term basis? Like, do you actually like sit down and write stuff down, or what do you do that works for you for goals?
I guess you're talking baseball or just kind of like life in general.
I think baseball. Let's go baseball.
So we can go both. I'll give you both because I kind of have a little side. So baseball. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, I would have said like just have one full season in the big leagues or one successful season. But you can't. When you say successful, like that's a broad range. And I don't want to give you like specific numbers because I don't even know. But I guess for me at this age and kind of what I've learned is like health. Like another year healthy for me is kind of like my goal. If I'm not on the field, like I can't compete, right? I can't go do my job if I'm not on the field. Or if you're not on the court, you can't go do your job. So I think as like the older I get, it's like the more I kind of sound like a goofball saying this because like I always laughed at like people when I was like 21, 22 that they were really into themselves, like cared like how their body is, but like I'm to that point in my life, like my body is my career. Like I gotta stay healthy. And like it took me the hard way to learn that. Like but I would say over like the last couple of years, like if I'm not on the field and I can't perform, then I'm useless kind of. And then obviously the financial side of things that falls into place too. But yeah, if you're not on the field and that's being taken away from you, that's going to hurt you at the end of the day. And just I don't know, like that's my goal. So my goal is just to have another full season of being healthy.
And adversity taught you that, right?
Right. Oh, like for sure. I've gone through injuries, surgeries, all of it. Yeah, like that's 100%. Yeah, you hit on that. Adversity and learning the hard way how to take care of yourself.
Yep.
I guess for a lot of the young kids and people listening, like start at a younger age caring about your body and take care of it. Like you only got one. You're not. Yeah. They can replace some things here and there, but it's take it from me and Mason who've had a lot of surgeries and scars. Like it's not fun.
And bro, we're in our 30s, right? And I will say a lot of the advice I get from the older generation, and I travel over the country and get mentored by like really successful business guys, and they're in their 60s, and if you ask them anything about what's the number one advice, there's not one person in the room who will not put your health as the
absolutely.
Because as you get older, you realize like if you don't have that, you have nothing.
You're miserable. Like you wake up, you hurt all the time, or you don't feel good. Or you're overweight because you didn't take care of yourself. Like I see it with like people in my family. In general.
You start to see it as you get older.
Absolutely.
And here's what's so cool. He's doing this, so like not to cut you off, DK, but because you understand that being a priority, think about the compound effect on your kids. The food you guys eat, the activities that they're in. Like I look at the previous generation before us, and it wasn't like a priority. I'm not saying it wasn't known that you have to be healthy, but like they only knew what they knew, right? And I even think of like, bro, after I broke my leg and I'm playing at community college for the year, and we'd have like a $16, every player got $16 to spend at McDonald's. Well, back then, well, you get a lot. We're eating $16 of McDonald's each and then going and playing. Like, bro, 4 McChickens.
You get your large Coke, your for $1.
Insane.
You raid the dollar menu. You got like, I mean, if you did it right, you had 5 sandwiches and a Coke, and you get a couple bucks to put in your pocket.
Yeah, you did, bro.
At a college age, hey, an extra $5 to get you a long way.
Yeah, for sure it did. What were you gonna say, DK?
I was gonna say, I was just gonna say you gotta take care of yourself before you can take care of someone else.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
It's cool that you know that, because typically pro athlete, it's like your only job is to take care of yourself, to be there for exactly what Keegan just said, right? If you can't play, it's kind of useless, right? Of you being on this journey. But I feel like you, especially getting to know you over the last couple of years, once you see your kids, like that's a whole nother level of
God, kids change your life forever.